Tiffany, something like that. And so then she's like, why do like, guys like it when girls are tight? I'm like, well, it's no fun sticking a toothpick in a pickle jar, is it? He's all too. Yeah. You should have seen the next thing. And Mr. Muchmore's class. Jesse's like that guy who like.
Wasn't it like Mr. Muchmore was all giving us like, you guys talk too much. I'm so disappointed in you. And in the back of the class was like,
He has a little check there.
Dude, him and Mr. Muchmore always, him and Sarah Eves,
they'd always fight. I don't even know about what. Then he'd always like pick on fucking Jesse. Like, Jesse, sit down. He's like, yeah, man. Or he'd always sit behind me. He's like, you're my China bone. Back in the head. That's why I'm like,
I remember when I threw a big ass water bottle, like full of, like all the way full at my brother's friend's head. He was all playing drums, like.
You filmed this?
He farted on my face. I was like, you know how like in the front, the place where you can sit, there's like that little. Like where the arch is, and then like to the right of the arch is that little seating, and then there's a brick wall like connected to the seating. I was sitting on the seating, and then he like, I wasn't watching him, I was talking to James, and he like jumps up on top of the seat, bends over in my face, like, he made that exact noise, like, I need to fire, and I turn, and this bunch of us go, I like jumped up.
Remember that time we told him like James shoot his pants or whatever?
No, it was Jesse. Jesse was in his front yard, and I wasn't there, but James was. And they see a grasshopper, and Jesse starts like chasing it like he's a giant. Like, so I'm gonna smash you. And then he steps on it, sneezes, and cracks his pants.
And you're like, oh, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
Jesse was crazy all that. No, I was just like, what's up, dude? Big ass transition.
Was he the one that had like the curly hair?
Yeah.
Or like
It looked like a trapezoid. It was like.
I didn't even recognize him.
Like,
Really? Audrey? Yeah, middle school. I remember that.
Fucking. I remember he had like the curly ass hair, and then he cut it, and I hadn't seen it yet, and I was gonna meet him at the skate park, and he's like standing like this close to me, and I didn't even recognize him. Where's Jesse?
He was so aggressive.
I know.
Remember his little metalhead days?
Yeah.
Those were like Lamb of God, like fucking chains.
Remember he wore mascara one day? He wore the fucking eyeliner, the big ass parachute pants.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's sick on metalhead.
Yeah.
You guys remember, did James ever tell you guys the story of when James was all like pissed off one day, and you know how they used to go to the clinic to get their red or whatever, they'd walk to the clinic? Well, him and Jesse walked over there, and James like wasn't talking to him, and Jesse was trying to cheer him up and stuff, so then James sits on the on a little seat, and Jesse like he's like looking around, and he sees a bee, and he's like, oh look, James, a bee, and he just goes over there, grabs it, and takes a bite, bites his head off, and Jesse's like, what the fuck? He starts laughing, and Jesse's like, ha, I got you to laugh.
Bites the bee. He's a weird guy.
Not anymore. He's like
Jesse's like just a good man now.
Good man.
He smokes some weed.
I have him in my English class.
Him and the boxhead Matt did salvia together, and Jesse took all his clothes off and started running down the road naked.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Boxhead, man. You know what we're talking about, right? Matt, it's like the flat top since like 6th grade.
That guy's so weird. Whenever I talk to him, he says weird shit. He's always all high.
Because his minds are not. He bounces off the squares of his head.
Squares of his head.
Yeah. So don't step on grasshopper.
Bad luck. You'll crap your pants.
8 minutes left.
Oh my god, I got it.
He like stood there for a second. James. I remember when I stayed the night at his house, I was all sleeping. I wake up and I turn over, and he's like laying right next to me. He's like that close. Good morning.
hand just brushes your hair.
Oh, this is funny.
Oh.
Remember, we slept on his trampoline. It was fucking hot in his house. So I went outside and I slept on his trampoline. He fell asleep all early on the side, and I remember I just jumped up and I bounced on the trampoline. He flew like 5 feet in the air. He was asleep. He flew like 5 feet in the air and slammed on the ground. He woke up.
I bet that would be funny as fuck.
Oh
my god.
He was so asleep, man.
Imagine like a cactus.